lasers as and when they may be in trouble. Everybody, we're heading into there now. Keep your shields on full. Take this in nice and smoothly. Sounds like
I don't have any shields.
Sounds like there's some pirating action going on. I am about to do a massive loop of shame as well. Who's got a squeaky
Can you actually buy scrap at Hutton Orbital?
We all have. We've been eating space beans.
You don't buy scrap at Hutton Orbital. No, you take.
Can you buy scrap at Hutton Orbital?
You can get some bulletin board missions that offer you to do scrap, like to some Barnard Star or something from Hutton Orbital, which is like weird.
Oh, God, third loop of shame.
Damn.
Oh, is that you?
Yorkie lad, is that
I'm about 43 seconds behind you there now.
You're gonna get landed before I...
device.
See you there, man.
41 seconds.
Who's that?
So far,
Commander Goose, is that a dangerous one?
No.
Goose, is it Goose and some members? I'm pretty sure he's friendly.
Yeah, okay, he's hard points at out.
Goose is friendly.
Okay. Then there's Idlewice.
That's me.
Okay.
I'm not friendly. I'm a complete another git.
Okay, what about Yorkie lad?
Action incoming, guys.
He's friendly as well.
Okay, so at the moment Hutton is safe, in this instance at least.
Who you're going to be looking for is going to be S7 and people of the ilk in...
We have arrived safely at Hutton. We have in fact, non-existent opposition at the current minute in this instance. I am now 2k out from the system, from the actual station, and there's very few contacts. In fact, they're beginning to come in now behind me, so I'm going to get docked before any other sod gets in here.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's very Lancy, so you want to keep an eye on.
Who ninja'd me?
Well, if you're in the same instance that there's like a NPC T6 that just it docked there before you came in.
I can't believe some sod man.
I'm having lag slid on issues. I'm doing my first loop of shame.
I have to see Dave, if this turns out to be
I
anybody...
have 2.8 frames per second.
If this turns out to be anybody from Frontier that's blood and snuffing and done the bloomin' Q jump again, there's going to be words. There's going to be strong words. There's going to be a strongly worded letter. I'm going to get double to write it so at least it's spelled right.
Oh, if there's anyone wanting to play, I would like to test my weapons platform at the moment. I just renewed with it.
Are you buying a one-way ticket to Frankfurt?
Who's there? Yorkie lad is coming in here.
Shout-outs to the commanders in the instance that you're in at the moment.
Yeah, well,
I'm in the right instance and I got docking instantly.
yeah, so you're the Q jumper, you swine.
No! I've got my fellow wingmen and that's the only one person in the instant.
We've got some weird stuff going on with this docking pad at the current minute. I'm not quite sure what's going on, but I'm having difficulty getting clearance, and the pad is sitting there. We have in our current instance commanders, Eldrick Stark is here, Commander John Whitehouse is here, Commander Babster is here. We have a Python who I don't know who it is, and I have one of my both wingmen behind me, so that'll be Chris Falcon or Van de On. Dave, do you have anyone in your instance?
I'm just dropping out of Supercruise now into an instance, and I'll let you know as soon as I have.
It's Commander Azirun is here and with us, so I've still not managed to get... Who is it?
Okay, I've got Commander Chris Fovolonkin.
Okay, Commander Barolf McBaron. That's Commander Barolf McBaron. There's a flippin' Q! You flippin' Q jumper, you! Curse you, I put a pox. May your mug handles fall off. I'll teach you.
Those would obviously not be Hutton, those would be Barnard Stars.
The lesser variety.
Yeah, the cheap knockoffs, yeah. I've got a story about that for the news article later.
Fantastic. We will be back for a news report.
Exactly.
Oh, McBaron.
Can I get a quick name check on Moflac? Moflac?
You just did. Commander Moflak, welcome to Hutton. We have Commander Splendor, who's just arrived as well. There's another T6 over there, but I can't quite see who that is. It's one of my wing members, so it's either you, Dave, probably. Commander Barrow is now issuing an apology. That's okay. May your mug handles stay intact.
Docking request denied.
I'm in a clean instance here. If someone wants to wing up with Dobbo, I'll drop from this wing.
Caterus Delwood is in our instance as well, which is great, fantastic. I have got my docking clearance and I am going in to land. I'm not sure who is directly behind me. The Hutton is not all safe. Zorada is worried. There is a bulletin issue. He is suffering problems with Commander Scrams, SKRAMZ. He is a dirty pirate, apparently. I better concentrate on docking before I get shot out of the sky by people behind me going,
Whilst I was flying there.
Not massive firefight here. Just come in and we're having a big fight. So
Okay, the group that were outside the orbital as we were coming in, Thob GTS in his Anaconda has just reported they've got problems just outside the instance we were in seconds ago.
So code are on our tails, unfortunately, so we need to really unload and get out of here as quickly as we can before
I'm not in the wing anymore.
No, I dropped the wing so someone could use it.
Does anyone need like protection from my slave field asp?
Dobbo, can you invite me to wing so I can drop into your instance?
Yes, there is an Anaconda outside in Super Cruise that's on our team, is TH03 BGT or something like that. I'll look up his name in a second, but he's currently engaging pirates just outside our instance. He's seen two of our wings come in safely, and he's taken on the pirates now to stop them dropping out on us.
We have some wonderful chaff from the queue here, which is great. It's looking fantastic at Hutton here. We're asking to try and pack the queue in a little bit tighter so that everyone can remain safe. We're doing great, guys. So far, so good.
Who wanted to do all the invite?
Commander Swift Arrow has arrived safely. Commander Grifter has arrived safely. Commander Eldrick Stark has arrived safely. Commander Jack Tom Porkins has arrived. Commander Snoswell is here. John Whitehouse. And yeah, things are looking alright in our current instance. We just have a Snoswell at the back there. Splendor is flying around. We are keeping our eyes out for any enemy contacts. I'm going to pull weapons hot, and I am ready and waiting to take on Babster. No, I'm not going to take on Babster. Babster, you're safe. Carry on the dock. And to be honest, anybody that comes in that's a pirate is pretty safe too. I can't fight for toffee.
Runway landed.
Fantastic. So, has anyone hit any issues? We've got an interesting statistic on the number of ships that have been lost during the process up until tonight. We'll obviously get an update on that as soon as we possibly can, because it's an interesting one. Barrow McBaron is sticking around to watch the queue, which is great. Let's have a look and see. This queuing is absolutely stunning, guys. Annabella Tara is their wing got into a fresh instance. They are absolutely safe. Great news there.
We've dropped into an empty instance.
I'm just going to dock.
Bright Stars in safely.
No, I'm just about to dock.
What are you laughing at?
That idiot is simply circling around me in an ass. And yeah, he can try to do that for everyone, he won't be able to.
We have an Anaconda that's pulled into our instance. I'm just going to check them out, see who it is, give them a big shout out. It's
99, he's fine.
It's Commander Synesis. Do we have an update on Commander Synesis? I think Synesis was possibly part of our wing, I'm not sure. It's funny how you forget it and then you think there was a pirate mentioned who had the name that began with an S. Is this that pirate? I don't know. Oh dear, we could be in trouble here, guys. We could be in trouble.
Wasn't that something serious?
Yes, it was.
I seem to think that he was a bad one.
Surely it can't be serious. No, it's Synesis.
Now, just put your hands up if you're armed, guys.
Yes.
Yes.
Surely you can't be serious. I am serious. That's the only show.
Surely. Hands up.
Synesis is part of the race. They are a scrap carrier. Thank you. You are welcome. Goodness gracious me. Commander Kite's arrived safely.
Pack 3 to join the queue.
Can we have a tour guide for Flossie, please? Commander Vin has sent his message in saying that
It's full code here now.
he is currently
have a
heading
slot in your
and
wing?
refitting, and he was wishing us all the very best for our community goal.
What's your name?
Dobbo. D-O-B-B-O.
Right, I'll add you as a friend. Hold on.
Can we have some news on that sector? Who is in your instance that's, not in the code? What commanders need to be...
Defenses should activate once they start firing on people, right?
Yeah, but then they just leave and come back. It doesn't do anything. Not to a Anaconda or whatever that ship is.
Station defense is terrible. I
Did we lose the psycho cover?
tank that for about
I'm here.
120 seconds full fire of an outpost.
I'm just letting the sort of chat talk, and we're going to get some comms chatter going here. I'm really interested to find out who's in the affected instance.
Did you get my friend request?
I've just accepted the second friend request.
Looks like this is the Hutton Orbital.
Right, can you send me the wing request?
I'm not sure what that means, Gentino. Babster is going
Or
to
say
take a
who I
video.
need to wing request to.
Rusty Swords.
Okay.
As it's written in the chat.
Yeah, I can see Rusty.
Swords, and I thought my ID was cool. That was an else.
Yeah. Yeah.
Call you Porky.
Wing request sent.
Windpipe. Hello, Mindwipe, how are you?
Okay, is your nav beacon out?
Wait one. Just dropping it now.
Wonderful queue formed there for the Hutton Orbital. We've got chaff going off left, right, and centre. It's a beautiful sight. It's a beautiful sight.
Got it.
Okay, for the benefits of all the guys not watching the live stream and just listening on audio here, we must have, 14, 15 in this instance with the queue by the docking pad now?
Easily. And we've
I've got
got...
about 15 in mine.
If the guys in the smaller ships, in the asps...
Politely lined up and approach to pad 3. There's a lot of guys dropping chaff off at the moment. We're getting messages right throughout from the guys patrolling outside that they're taking on the code as well, which is pretty good.
Fantastic.
Just lots of us are watching it live because we're flying, but there are about 140 listeners on the radio station now that may not be in the instance with us.
We've got an Anaconda to unload, so if you are in a smaller ship, a non-Python ships, usually the T6s, ASPs, or even smaller ships, if you could assist in the unloading of the Anaconda, that would be fantastic.
Do we know if the Anaconda's got any limpets you can drop for us to use?
I have no idea. Let's have a look.
Does anybody have a limpet controller? That's the next question.
I actually do. I actually have a limpet controller, and I got 100 limpets on me as well.
Fantastic. Do you want to message that Anaconda then, and you can start some unloading duties?
The Anaconda pilot is... Where was it? It was the S1, wasn't it? Here we are with an Sirium... Not Sirius. Linux. Synesis. He has no limpets. Synesis has no limpets. Okay, we're trying to arrange someone to come and contact you. So if you want to contact Synesis, that's Synesis. In the system, they are the only Anaconda at the current minute, and they will be very happy to have you help unload. Swift Arrow is there. Awesome. Eldrick Stark's there. Synesis is happy. Yep, we've got that. Snoswell is just the 100 tons that he's bringing, which is great. Vandeon is a guy with 100 watts. Oh, limpets. I see. I get where you're going there. Yes, Tration, I have my weapons out. It's the first time. I might as well, if I can make myself a target and buy you guys some time while you unload, then that's what I intend to do. So...
Okay, so who is it?
Who's Motorsmith? Is Motorsmith...
Is it Synesis?
Yes.
Yes, Synesis has got all the cargo on board to unload.
Let's have a look and see how we're doing as the Hutton Mug goal. We currently have 2,220,000 tonnes, 204 of scrap. That is amazing. It takes us almost to a quarter of the way with 13 hours to go. It's a big ask. It really is a big ask. But if we can get some more commanders to take part and to if we can get another 1,000 commanders, then we could do this. We're at 3,043 commanders, which is amazing. What's up there, Mr. Lestray? You all right?
That was me.
I'm very good. That wasn't me.
All right.
I had an NPC asp that I kicked off, and it flew right up at me. But our wing has its very own instance. We're all safe.
At last.
Fantastic. Well, I'm trying to find information of any instances that are running into trouble, so I'm just going to go and check every other feed and see what's going on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go and get the adverts out of the way and then come back. So we'll be back in 2 minutes. If you guys can bear with us, I'll be back in 2 minutes and we'll get a rundown on how things have gone and anybody that we've lost along the way. We're going to play a little song here, which we're looking for one that's around about 2 minutes. That one is not going to be good enough. I thought, oh, this one's good. Yeah, this will do. You may get cut off when the adverts kick in.
Well, I'm not the kind to kiss and tell, but I've been seen with fire up. I've never been with anything less than a 9. So fine, I've been on fire with Sally Field, gone fast with the girl named Bo, but somehow they just don't end up as mine. It's a death-defying life I lead. I take my chances. I die for living in the movies and TV. But the hardest thing I ever do is watch my leading ladies kiss some other guy while I'm bandaging my knee. I might fall from a tall building, I might roll a brand new car, 'cause I'm the unknown stuntman that made Redford such a star. I've never spent much time in school, but I've taught ladies plenty. It's true, I hire my body out for pay. Hey, hey, I've gotten burned over Cheryl Teagues, blown up for Raquel Welch. But when I wind up in the hay, it's only hay. Hey, hey, I might jump an open drawbridge or Tarzan from a vine, 'cause I'm the unknown stuntman that makes Eastwood look so fine.
Target shields offline.
They'll never make me president, but I got the best first ladies. Some days I've got 'em as far as the eye can see. A morning dive with Jackie Smith, I crash in the night with Cheryl, but in the end they never stay with me. I might fall from a tall building, first rentals don't get hurt. I might leave a mighty canyon, so he can't get that alert. Well,
Target shields online.
my girl, I'm just kissing dirt.
That's an interesting ending to that song. I don't think it's meant to sound and finish like that, but oh well, these things happen. So what we're going to do is we are now back on the air. I'm going to bring down my partner Dave, and we're going to give you a little bit of a rundown. Welcome to the channel, Dave. I think it's probably time to do something along the lines of we have some news coming in. Good evening, I am Dick Chafing and this is the Evening Hutton Orbital News. Well, it's not, it's a little quick bulletin. I'm joined here with... And he's meant to come in at that point, but I just realised something. He can't speak. I don't know why I haven't done this. It's just one of these silly little things and I always forget. So yeah, I am Dick Chafing and...
Well, this time I'm Rudolph Hacker.
Hutton monks. Initial investigation showed that she had been the victim of a complex identity fraud, and authorities are investigating this. At the time, she was 7,000 light years away.
We have subsequently heard that she hired a team of private investigators to search undercover at Hutton Orbital. This station can exclusively exclusively reveal that Commander Eleanor, under the guise of protecting the incoming convoys, was in the process of extracting information from the code around Hutton Orbital. His ship, as we know from the reports over the last few days, the Lady Justice, didn't survive the encounter, and the data died with it. This evening he has returned with his combat Viper, the Temporal Bane, to recover the data and help Talon clear her name. He has sent us the following message. Commander Eleanor has arrived in Alpha Centauri with Temporal Bane. Let's have some fun with the pirates. Tonight I'm going to pirate the pirates and steal something very precious from them.
Ooh, and that was our breaking news for now. Well, what an evening. Another amazing convoy. Lots of potential dangers. Unfortunately, it looks like a lot of us managed to avoid it. We're waiting for information and confirmations from people that were maybe involved in the piracy and didn't make their delivery, which is a shame, and we really do appreciate your efforts, and terribly sorry there. We have Commander XLG47 who's asking when the deadline for participation in the competition is. We were going to hold it for 24 hours from the point of the end of the goal. Now that would be 9 a.m. on Friday, but let's make it close of business on Friday. Let's make it when the Drabble show goes, which is 7 p.m. So by 7 p.m. on Friday, that's our cut-off. We will then look at when we can arrange to do the draw, and whether or not we're going to do it open on a Twitch stream. I just don't see the appeal of it. I don't know about you, Dave. Do you see any benefit for doing it in a sort of...
No, I think we can announce the results. I mean, entirely up to you. We can announce the results live. You, me, Snoswell have to convene and put our hands in the digital hat to get the names out. So it will depend on how hard Snoswell's working. I think he's working really hard at the moment, and how many emails we get. If we get an awful lot of them from tonight, he may be busy for a while before we can draw the thing.
If you want, I mean, this is genuine. If you genuinely would like to hear this draw being drawn, I mean, there's nothing to see because it's going to be done virtually, but we're more than happy to jump onto TeamSpeak and do a Twitch stream of the actual draw if it's something that interests you. I just don't see it being particularly interesting. If you find it that you would love to see this done on Twitch stream, if you could, and I'm just being an absolute mean bastard to Snoswell here, if you could email I took part at HuttonOrbital.com with the subject, I'd love to watch the draw, then we will look and see what the demand is, and if we've got enough demand...
He's going to kill you. You know he's going to kill you.
Once he's got out from that pile of emails, he might. Although I reckon he'll be weakened, then I'll be able to get away.
It's a good time to mention, obviously, I mean, you've been the voice of the convoys, you've been the voice of the radio broadcast over the last few days, but we mustn't forget about the guys that sit in the back office looking after everything, and taking over the night shift as well, the guys helping us with the recordings, writing the news, writing the articles. So, you know, there are a lot of people, including Snoswell, behind the scenes, keeping the websites. You've got your brother looking after the music side of things with us as well. So, you know, it's not just us as the voice of the radio station. There's a lot of hard work going on behind the scenes.
We've got countless people helping us with the sound bites and the adverts. We've got obviously the crew of Dockers and the cast of Dockers who have been tirelessly helping us. We've got Helen Flossie, who's been the voice of so many things. You know, she's done the horoscopes, which I think are brilliant. We've got Steph, who's helped us endlessly with jingles. Robbie Wrongway, oh crikey. You know what the scary thing is, once you start naming them, it's difficult to not miss somebody. Ben Moss Woodward, Colin Ford, Robbie Lister. We've had crikey, so many people. We've also got people that have made this event stunning. We've had Reichdar, Dobbo, Mindwipe, who didn't really turn around from exploring but crashed and blew up and joined us. We had Commander Van with that epic